So in today's video, I'm going to give you 5 tips to help you cope with depression that are powerful because they are effective and they work. They are practical because you can start using them today, and they are personal because I've used them and they've helped change my life. What's up, beautiful ladies? Welcome back to The Cleanup. I am LaTrenda, and I help inspire young women to live a clean life mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, so you can build today so tomorrow you can become the woman you aspire to be. If you are new here, welcome, and make sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you never ever miss a video from me. And if you just did that, then it's official. You are now part of the Cleanup family. So let's get straight into these 5 tips, you guys, that are powerful, practical, and personal. So tip number 1. I did not want to put it in the beginning of the video as a disclaimer or list it in the description box. I wanted to personally come and talk to you and to tell you this, that if you believe you are dealing with any type of mental health issue, any type of mental health illnesses, then please make sure to seek medical professional help. Do not be ashamed. Do not feel like you're alone. You will be surprised how many people are dealing with mental illnesses, and the good thing is that we have access to so much help nowadays, so many support groups, and so many medical professionals that can help us. So what are some mental health illnesses that you may be dealing with? That can range anything from depression, anxiety, postpartum depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, OCD, bipolar, schizophrenia, phobias, suicidal thoughts. If you're dealing with any of those things, please go seek medical professional help. So where can you go to seek medical professional help? Well, it's as simple as going and talking to your doctor and letting them know, hey, I haven't been feeling well lately, just emotionally and mentally, I don't feel that stable, or I don't feel that well. Could you help me? If you're in elementary school, middle school, high school, or even in college, you can go to your school counselor and they can help direct you in the right path to get the help that you need. If you're working, sometimes on the job they offer services and programs for things like mental and health illnesses. For example, I had a family member who had substance abuse, and they went and talked to their boss, and the job was able to help them to go get help, because people who usually deal with substance abuse, there's usually some underlying issues going on that relate to mental and emotional issues. And so that person was able to get the help that they need, and on top of that, their boss held their job for them for when they came back. So when they came back healthy, and also to the job that they had left before to go get the help that they needed. You can also get help through your insurance company. Usually they can give you a list of in-network doctors or psychiatrists or psychologists that can get you the help that you need. You just have to call your insurance company and ask them for the list. I know that as a new mom with my first baby and also with my second baby, they usually call in with you as a mom and ask you how you're feeling. Do you need help? How are you feeling emotionally? Do you feel like you're going to hurt yourself or the baby? Do you feel like you're able to function as the mom? And it's not so they can take your baby away from you. It's so that they can get you the help that you need. Maybe they can send you to a psychiatrist or to a psychologist, or get a nurse there at the house and try to get you the help that you need to be able to function better, because postpartum depression is no joke. I didn't deal with it, but I know lots of people who have dealt with it, and it is not fun at all. Also, there are free resources out there that can help you. All you have to do is Google free help for mental illnesses, or list the mental illness that you may be going through. And there are people and government programs out there who are nonprofits who help you. They do not need to get paid from you. They can just help assist you in the way that you need assistance. So again, seek medical professional help. Do not be ashamed. Your health is more important than your ego. So don't let your ego get in the way. Just go get the help that you need and know you have support out there. So tip number 2. Be honest with yourself about why you are depressed. The truth is, a lot of times we hear, I don't know why I'm depressed. And that may be so. Some of us, we put to the back of our minds why we're depressed, or certain things that we've been through that makes us depressed, right? But 9 times out of 10, we know why we're depressed. I knew why I was depressed, right? I just didn't want to admit why I was depressed, because, and you'll see in my story, in my Girl Talk video that I'll put up, I knew that admitting while I was depressed meant that I would have to face certain repercussions that I was not ready to face, even though I'm facing them now. But that's why tip number 1 is important, because if you go seek a medical professional and somebody who can help you, they can help pull back the layers as to why you're feeling the way that you're feeling, and to help you to address those issues so that you can begin your path of healing. So how can you be honest with yourself? One is just by sitting down and maybe writing your emotions out about what makes you frustrated, what makes you sad, when are you the most depressed, when do you feel the lowest emotionally. You can also maybe just stand in the mirror and say like, okay, it's time for me to be honest with myself. Why do I feel the way that I feel? Just stripped and void of anything. Right? The other thing is to make a commitment to yourself that if I'm honest with myself, I will heal. I will heal. Don't underestimate the value of like talking to yourself and say, okay, this is what's going to make me better. Another thing is to talk to a trusted friend. You don't have to go into deep detail, but maybe just say, I'm not feeling well. Just kind of talk a little bit, try to be a little bit open. You don't have to get deep into details. And maybe that can kind of like open the can of worms, so to speak, to help you to be honest with yourself. Tip number 3. Make changes away from negative things and start embracing positive things. So what does that mean? So get away from people, places, things that make you sad and depressed. So whether you have to unfollow somebody on Instagram or pages on Instagram because they make you sad or depressed, or you feel frustrated after you walk away from that page, then do so. If you have to stop listening to that song, maybe in that song, you know, you're reminded of all the things you go through, and the musician, the artist, they got it right. They're expressing your feelings exactly. But if in that song you do not walk away feeling better, that song is not for you, right? They can sing about your problems from here to the ends of the earth. That song, whether it's in the beginning or the end or somewhere in the middle, needs to tell you that you can get through it, right? Don't listen to songs just because you can relate to it. You have to be able to be encouraged. Not to say you can't listen to it later, but for now, your mental health is more important than a song that you enjoy. That goes for movies and books. Get away from that negative stuff and start welcoming more positive people, places, and things into your life. So again, start listening to positive music, reading positive books, or start saying positive affirmations to yourself. Watch videos like this that can help you to be able to feel more positive when you walk away from it. Even if you're not able to physically remove yourself from a negative situation, you may be able to mentally and emotionally remove yourself from a negative situation. So say for example, you have a friend or a family member that when you talk to them, you feel worse when you walk away from them. Well, if they're a good person, right? Generally they're a good person and they just may be going through some things and they find solace in talking to you. You might have to just say, listen, I love you and I'm not minimizing the things that you're going through, but right now I'm not in a place or in a position to listen to it, because when you tell me those things, I carry them on like they're my own issues and I can't. So I did this one time, you know, with my mom. My mom has been through a lot of things and she was very expressive to me and just talking to me about some of the stuff she's been through or she was going through at the time. And I had to tell her, listen, mommy, I'm not trying to be rude and I'm not trying to be mean and I'm not trying to minimize the things you're going through. But when you tell me these things, it gives me anxiety and I walk away and I feel sad and I feel depressed and I don't want to feel that way and I don't like feeling that way. And she understood. You know, there were times where she would like kind of bring it up again, but she would remember, oh, I'm going too far, I'm saying too much, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to overwhelm you, right? So if they're legit, you know, they love you, they care about you, they will respect your feelings or emotions. If they don't, then it's best to just limit your association with them, because again, your mental health is more important than appeasing someone's ego to have you in their life, right? They'll understand. They'll give you the space that you need to be able to heal. Tip number 4 is change your lifestyle to a healthier one. I cannot tell y'all how many times this tip is overlooked. People just don't believe that this can affect how you feel, your depression, your anxiety. They don't believe it, right? Because we're usually not taught these things. We're taught to just, you know, we go to the doctors, they give us a pill. But if you eat healthier foods, if you're eating processed foods that are dead and they do nothing for your body, they just have calories, If you switch to eating a more plant-based diet, that is foods that can help build your body, it builds your cells, it renews your body, renews your cells. You're drinking more water so you feel hydrated, you don't feel lethargic, you don't feel sad. Then you'll be surprised how good your body will feel overall. For example, you know, even after I wasn't dealing with depression anymore, I still had moments where I would feel sad and I'm like, why do I feel this way? Like, why am I walking around feeling all grumpy? Well, I was hangry, I was hungry. And yes, it is possible to eat food and still be starving, because if your body is not getting the nutrients that it needs, it will still react as if it's starving, right? So yes, you can be eating tons of calories and tons of food and still feel depleted, because it's true. Your body will be depleted of the minerals and the nutrients that it needs in order to live, in order to thrive. If you're thirsty, like I am now, I need to drink some water, my mouth is getting a little dry, then your body will start to show signs of that. You ever had a headache and you'll drink water and you're like, ooh, I feel better. Your stomach ever hurt and you go drink water and you go do your do and you feel better? Yes. Eat better, drink water, drink lots of water, get sleep, go to sleep, girl. Get off Instagram and YouTube all night. And I'm saying it to myself sometimes when I be up all night. Get off Instagram and get some sleep. Your body and your mental health is more important than other things. Take care of yourself first, because what good are you to anybody if you are not healthy, right? So yes, that's tip number 4. And tip number 5, God know how I feel about this, and that is become more prayerful and give it to Jesus. Let him have it. To me, I used to believe that throwing my burdens on Jesus, because he said throw your burdens on me, right? I used to believe that that meant just forgetting about it, but that's not the proper way to look at it. What good is it if I got hurt and I act as if that wound isn't there? Is it going to heal? No, I can't just ignore it like it's not there. I have to be honest and say, Ute, you jacked your leg up. You might want to go to a doctor and go get help. Let him fix it, because you don't know how to fix it, because it's kind of infected. And if you try to treat it yourself, it's not going to get better, right? So that's how I view my relationship with God. So if something is going wrong in my life or I'm overwhelmed by something, I say, ding, ding, ding. God said, throw it on me. So what do? Jesus, this is driving me crazy. I feel heavy in my spirit. You can have it. Lord, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. You can have it. I don't want it. Right? So I don't then go back and then try to, like, you know, try to be depressed over it or sad over it again. I have faith that God is going to work it out. Whether he gives me something in my spirit that says, go watch this video, and then I go watch a video and I'm like, that's exactly what I needed. I needed to hear that. That gives me the push that I need. That gives me the encouragement I need. Or he's telling me to wait because I'm teaching you some things through this journey that you're going through. You don't like it, but if I just fast forward your life past this situation, you're not going to learn the things that you need to learn in order to use it for what I'm going to use you for in the future. So I try my best to just trust that God knows best. I live my life like I trust him, and I give it to him. And every time I want to take it back, I say, girl, don't you take that back. You better give it to God. Don't take it back. You don't want it because it hurt anyway. So why you want to take it back? Just go. That's like digging in that wound that you went to the doctors to go get cleaned out and get the infection cleaned out, and he gave you antibiotics and you said, no, I want to dig it in and see what's going on. Nope, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Let it go. Give it to God. He got it, and trust the healing process and know that he is going to help you get through the things that you are going through. Woo! Ooh, I got excited speaking about that myself, because these are things that I've been through, y'all. These are things that I've been through, and I'm telling y'all, these 5 tips I've used, and they've helped to change my life. And the truth is, we are bombarded with so many things, right? Some of us, we got one thing that's depressing us. Others, we have like tons of things that are always coming our way. But if you start one thing at a time, you will be surprised how much more relieved you feel. Don't feel like you have to do all of these things today, even though you can try to incorporate all these things today because they're practical. Just know that if you start one thing at a time, you'll probably feel a difference, and you'll feel better, and you'll have the strength to go take on the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. Now, real quick, here are the reflective questions that I want you guys to ask yourself. 1, am I dealing with any type of mental health illness? Do I believe I am? And if so, where can I go seek medical help? Number 2 is, can I be honest with myself? Can I be real with myself? And how can I be honest and real with myself about the things that are making me depressed in my life? Number 3 is, how can I make changes away from negative things and start getting closer to positive, or bringing more positive things into my life? What steps do I need to take in order to make that change? Number 4 is, how can I change my lifestyle into a healthier one? What things can I start with? And number 5 is, can I become more prayerful? How can I throw my burden onto the Lord? How can I let him have my issues? What can I do to show that I trust him and that I trust this process in my life that I'm going through right now? So that is it, ladies. Those are the 5 tips that I have for you guys. I'm so passionate about this stuff because these are the things that I've been through, and I'm always going to give you guys stuff that is useful, that I've used. I'm not just going to pull it out of the sky somewhere and try to Google stuff that I can make videos for y'all about. I'm always going to be real and honest about it. So until then, until next time, until the next video, ladies, be good, be well, be you, and so much love from me to you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. My lips feel dry. Let me go put some on my lips. Ugh. All right, y'all. Bye.